What are the origins of Christmas celebrations? To understand the festive days and seasons in our calendar, we need first to understand the origins of the calendar. Calendar is derived from the Latin word call. This had to do with a yearly event where the high priest of Rome, Pontiflex, declared the beginning of a new year. What is a 365-day calendar? What is a day, a month, and a season? The answer depends on what calendar you are using and why you are using it. According to historical sources, the Egyptian calendar had political, religious, and agricultural significance. It was thought that the ruler of Egypt was a representation of the gods. As a result, his rule contributed to the gods' response, for example, by supplying natural resources. The flooding of the Nile was a judgment from the gods of the Ma'at, or the ruler of Egypt's right standing with the gods. If the flooding occurred at the start of the calendar, the pharaoh had served properly. If not, he had served foolishly or immorally. When and how was the calendar invented? Observing the stars began in the 6th millennium BC in pre-dynastic Egypt. In around 4200 BC, the Egyptians discovered that the heliacal rising of the star Sirius best indicated the beginning of the flood and was perfect for their agricultural year. There is proof that Sirius was prominent from Nabta Playa around 6000 BCE. Egyptians had to choose between a lunar calendar, a Sothic calendar with a 1461-year cycle, and a solar calendar where 1 year reflected one earthly orbit around the sun, after deciding on a start date for the year. This means they kept all three calendars. This is where we find the origins of the 365-day calendar. This contradicts what many of us believe, that it originated from Romans in Greece or Mesopotamian history. Many calendars are in use around the world, including the Gregorian calendar, the Julian calendar, and lunar and solar calendars. The Hindu, Buddhist, Islamic, Jewish, Persian, Chinese, Baha'i, Tamil, Coptic, and Ethiopian calendars are among the other calendars. Later, Romulus, the founder of Rome, made a lunar calendar with 304 days, 10 months, which the Romans adopted. Gregorian calendar. Pope Gregory XIII instituted the widely recognized civil calendar in 1582. Historians contend that it was added to make Easter decisions easier. Though it omits a leap year, it is similar to the Julian calendar. Julian's calendar average year is 365.25 days, with a cycle of 3 regular years and 1 leap year. Compared to the solar year, which lasts roughly 365.24 days, the Julian is longer. The lunar calendar is divided into either 12 or 13 months, depending on the culture. Lunations, also known as lunar months, are roughly 29.53 days long, which is a little shorter than a month in the solar calendar. The solar calendar is based on the Earth's orbit around the Sun, which lasts roughly 365.24 days during the seasonal year. According to most historical sources, the African continent is entitled to the world's oldest calendars. Let us explore the modern festive seasons and link them to the ancient calendar. Our African calendar is more agriculture based. There are 3 seasons, each lasting 4 months throughout the lunar calendar. These seasons are referred to as plowing, harvest, and initiation. In Isintu, the main 2 seasons of the calendar are wet and dry, known as Unyaga and Ubusika. Similar to the biblical calendar, this seasonal calendar has 13 months. The present day Nguni calendar is broken into 4 seasons, which are as follows: Intwasahlobo, spring; Ihlobo, summer; Ikwindla, autumn; Ubusika, winter. In the Karanga tradition, the plowing period, Ihlobo, is called Chirimo. This is from the beginning of a new year in Gunyana, which is September. Africans perform rain-making rituals in which they pray to the gods for rain and land fertility. Additionally, plowing and planting of grain crops occur during this period. The seeds planted in September and October germinate, sprout, and develop in November. November is a time when nature is reborn. The environment needs to be preserved. It is forbidden to cut down trees or kill female animals. First fruits celebrations start during the December full moon. Communities are urged to participate in these festivities with the advent of the new moon in December, when the sun, Ra, is believed to be steady along the Tropic of Capricorn from 21 to 26 December, the summer solstice. The festivities reach their highest point. According to the Greek priest Plutarch, it was during this period when Egyptian gods were born. The summer solstice in the southern hemisphere and the winter solstice in the northern. During this time, the Egyptians celebrated the birth of the gods Horus, Osiris, and Ra. In the winter solstice, it is the rebirth of the sun or the light. The image of the newborn sun was presented to the people as part of the Egyptian celebration of the winter solstice. Does the winter solstice have anything to do with the birth of Christ? Why is December 25th chosen to commemorate the birth of Christ?